Have you ever thought about the top factors that impacted and changed the sport of skiing over the years? Well, I have. The sport of skiing has changed a lot since it first started. After I researched and did an interview, I know that the top factors that impact skiing are the improvements of ski equipment and gear and climate change. There are a lot of factors that impact skiing, but without the improvements of ski equipment and gear, skiing would not be as safe or as popular as it is now. In the 1880s, people made skis out of harder, stiffer hickory and well-made wood. Those skis prevented other skis from breaking. Also, they can turn better, which can prevent certain injuries. A long time ago, skis were made out of wood. They were unstable, broke easily, and were not safe. Changes needed to be made. In 1928, Rudolf Leitner developed the first skis with metal edges in Salzburg, Austria. Metal skis broke better on ice and prevent them from breaking, making them safer and more reliable. In 1939, side-cut skis were invented. They make you feel lighter, and that will help you keep your balance, especially when downhill skiing. You may think that the skis are the most important part of skiing because they help you move, but the boots are. Without your boots, your skis won't connect to you. People will run out of boots that are stable and fit right. That is when the rear entry ski boot was invented. According to a New York Times article, the boots snap on the back easier to put on and provide skiers with a better fit. Last, they have more control and easier to turn with, especially in bad snow. Also, the buckle was a perfect closure for plastic ski boots, making it possible to put on your boots with your gloves on. That can lower the risk of frostbite. Last, a really important improvement is high-tech snow gear. One of the most known is heated gear, which can be a vest, socks, or gloves. A lot of people, including me, don't like being cold while skiing. Heated gear makes people want to ski more and longer, and that will give more money to ski resorts, which will keep the sport growing. There is also some negative impacts on skiing, but the one that stands out to me the most is climate change. While the improvements of ski equipment and gear are making skiing a safer and more enjoyable sport, climate change is hurting skiing. There are a lot of factors that recently affected skiing, but climate change does the most damage. According to Bill Hadley, Ski Mountain Operations and Management, ski seasons are getting a lot shorter due to the lack of snow falling and the snow melting earlier. If this continues, ski seasons may no longer be a thing. Typically, ski seasons used to end in early April, but as climate change progresses, skiing now ends in February, a whole 2 months earlier. Climate change is resulting in more rain than snow. Rain not only takes away the fresh snowfall from the mountain, but it also takes away the existing snow on the mountain. How are people supposed to ski without snow? Without the fresh snowfall coming, the only thing left to keep the ski season going is man-made snow. And while that works, and to make sure there's still snow on the mountain, it has some problems. One problem is snowmaking costs money and uses significant amounts of electricity and water, causing resorts to lose money. Without money, ski resorts can't pay for all the other stuff they need for skiing. It's not just climate change that affects skiing. Skiing also impacts climate change. For example, ski resorts use a lot of energy for things such as snowmaking, chairlifts. Resorts and lodges are all negatively impacting the environment. Also, when snowmaking, artificial snow can create ice layers on plants, which can damage or even kill them. So even though that climate change is horrible to skiing, skiing also affects the process of climate change and global warming. In conclusion, there are a lot of factors that impact skiing in negative and positive ways. I have concluded that the factor that impacts skiing the most in a positive way is the improvements to ski equipment and gear, and the factor that impacts skiing the most in a negative way is climate change. For more information, check out my blog.